Don't turn it off!
What?
They said die?
No.
Yes, they did.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, they did.
He did not say die.
Roll the tapes.
Hi, I'm Sara, and this is my best friend Olivia. She's a true believer in the paranormal, and I am not. So we set out on a journey to uncover the history of the infamous Borden family and investigate what was once their home, which is now considered to be one of the most haunted locations in New England. The Borden family consisted of Andrew and Sara Borden, who were married and had 2 daughters, Lizzie and Emma. Sara Borden died in 1863, and Andrew remarried to a woman named Abby and moved their family to a new home in Fall River. However, in 1892, Abby and Andrew Borden were both found brutally murdered in the home. Lizzie Borden was the main suspect of the crime. She was brought to trial, but acquitted, and the murderer was never found. The Bordens owned tons of land and properties, which is why many believe that inheritance could have been a motive for a close family member such as Lizzie to have murdered her father and stepmother. It is said that when negative events occur, residual energy could result in spirits being attached to a location. So we spoke with an expert in the field before we go to the home and investigate.
A lot of bad things happen there, and that energy is very stagnant there, so I never felt like really good. The main energies when I went was Mr. Borden, and the real Mrs. Borden was there, but she was like a really gentle, beautiful energy. But the other Mrs. Borden, she passed tragically in that room, so I feel that she is still there. Lizzie was there, but she was more of, how do I put it? She was more of a crazy energy where it was negative, but kind of sad also. If you get like the cold chill, the cold feeling, then that's an energy coming in. With Mr. Borden, he likes money, and a lot of people say that if you take it, he'll get mad at you, which will cause a negative effect. Don't try to upset them. You don't demean them. You don't provoke. Unless you want something to happen. But I always say don't do that because you don't know what you're asking for. Because if it's a negative energy, they are not going to take that lightly.
What? I felt like someone just went like this.
No.
Oh my god. That really messed me up. Andrew, if you would like this penny right here. That was a full sentence.
What was it?
I don't know. But that was someone said something. Don't turn it off!
What?
They said die?
No.
Yes, they did.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, they did.
Nuh-uh. He said dada. He did not say die.
Roll the tapes. Sara, that literally said die.
No, it didn't. Andrew would never wish death upon me. I thought we were buddies. I was gonna give him all this cash.
After spending some time in Mr. Borden's room, we headed to the living areas on the first floor, trying many different techniques of communication in the very spot where Mr. Borden was murdered.
Could you please finish the song for us?
Should we try the spirit box in here?
Yeah, sure.
This thing's freaking me out.
The spirit box?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know. It's just I'm getting like real uneasy every time I put it on. Oh, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies again. Did that just fucking say good? I said I'm getting the heebie-jeebies again and it fucking said good. Sorry, not to swear. Are we good?
If you would like to turn it off.
Okay. Camera A. Camera B. We're not doing great.
I'm doing great.
For the rest of the night, I stayed up while Olivia rested. The sun rose and it was time to pack up and say goodbye to the house. Our journey had come to an end. Or so I thought. What was that? Ew! Ew! I don't know what that was. Upon reviewing the audio and footage, this unexplained voice is heard while I was the only one awake in the house and was alone in Mr. Borden's room. In this moment, I was processing the night, talking about how Olivia would not be joining me to investigate the basement, questioning if I should go down alone, and I got a response. This is the moment without the recorder that captured the voice. Unfortunately, I could not convince her to come into the basement with me, so I might go alone later. But I don't know. When I heard it for the first time, I heard, "You have someone," which makes sense in the context of my sentence, and lined up as a direct response. Unfortunately, I could not convince her to come into the basement with me, so I might go alone later. But I don't know.
Down in the basement, there's negative dark shadows down there. There is definitely negative energy down there where you would be able to, if you took pictures, that's where you would see the shadow figures.
Now, I'm not a believer of the paranormal, and I try to debunk everything I can, but I have no explanation for what I heard. I think people believe in the paranormal for many reasons, either because they're gifted, have had an experience, or because it's fun to imagine a world beyond our own. The same way it's fun to try to figure out unsolved mysteries and murders. It was quite the adventure from start to finish, but even with everything I know, I still can't prove anything. So for now, it will all remain as history. But maybe if I'd gone down into the basement, I really would not have been alone.